As always, besides just working hard and, doing the grind, I think it's very important for your own psyche, your family psyche, to take some time away to spend with each other. So next week we will be going on our first international adventure with Caitlin. And so it was a little bit daunting at first. I was like, oh my goodness, how is she going to handle a 10-hour plane ride? And so I started to kind of brainstorm some things to kind of help us get us through smoothly. Welcome back to my Mommy's Life channel, where I share with you guys my journey as a first-time mom, dentist, and business owner. Now, if you guys are new to this channel, welcome. This channel is all about giving you guys tips, tricks, motivation to keep you guys going, be that super mom, working as well as taking care of your kids. I know it is a very, very difficult thing at times, but it is so worth it because, I still get all the precious time I need with Caitlin, as well as I get to continue to grow in my career. So hope you guys find these videos useful. And for today's video, I'm going to share with you guys 5 tips on how to travel with a toddler. As always, besides just working hard and, doing the grind, I think it's very important for your own psyche, your family psyche, to take some time away to spend with each other. So next week we will be going on our first international adventure with Caitlin. And so it was a little bit daunting at first. I was like, oh my goodness, how is she going to handle a 10-hour plane ride? And so I started to kind of brainstorm some things to kind of help us get us through smoothly. Okay, so today I'm going to share with you guys our 5 pre-flight tips to kind of get you guys on your next adventure. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. One of my number one things is be organized, and this goes throughout my whole life. So of course it naturally is a big part of when I plan for travel, especially with multiple people, with a little one. There's lots of little things that you can kind of forget. And so being organized, staying organized is really helpful. And one of the things that I started using with our family are these little organizer cubes. So they come in many different colors and sizes. So if you want to be really organized, you guys can actually have a different set for each member in your family, different colors. So, Johnny can have, pink ones, and then Jane can have the green ones, whatever you guys want. So it comes in all different shapes and sizes. The sets that I have give me some larger ones and then also some smaller ones. It also comes with a handy little bag that will pull shut for your shoes, which is always really nice because I hate getting, dirty shoes next to my clean clothes, and so that is really nice. These bags are also really cool because they are actually they are able to compress down all of your clothes so that you can fit it into smaller spaces. So they're compression bags actually. So you can fit more things within your luggage, which is always nice. So each one of these will be loaded with specific things so that when I need to find a certain item, it will be there. And I think besides just your luggage, your carry-ons and all that stuff, being organized is also very helpful, because as you know, going through security, you got one kid that's running around over there, your husband's already 5 feet ahead of you, and meanwhile you're trying to find your ID. And so being organized, knowing where things are, is really important. A lot of times I will use some gallon-sized bags to put, our itinerary in, our passport, money, that type of thing, so that I know exactly where I need to go to find it. Okay, so that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is, of course, have lots of toys. Toys are important. Now, when I'm thinking about toys for travel, it's a little bit different than when I'm just around the house, because I also want to be respectful of the people around us. So when I was looking for toys, I wanted to make sure it was not very disruptive, nothing that's going to be flying across the plane, that type of thing. And it was also, of course, important that it was small and I can pack it away in our carry-ons. So to give you guys a few ideas, one of the things that I picked up is this guy. So I love Melissa and David. They have a lot of really neat toys for kids, and they have a bunch of these type of travel toys. This one in particular have a bunch of little stickers in them. And then there's different animal faces. So she can basically practice her body parts as well as, you know, decorate the animals. And kids love stickers. This is one of the things I've noticed in Caitlin. And then I asked other people about it and they're like, oh yeah, stickers are like a very favorite toy of theirs. Another thing that I picked up is what we call wiki sticks. So they almost look like pipe cleaners and they're kind of sticky and you can bend them, twist them into any shape or item that you want. And so those are really nice because they're quiet, they're small, and it also keeps them engaged and, you know, endless fun, basically. I'm all about things that can be endless fun, can turn into other things. Another really cool thing, sticky pads. So again, along with the stickers thing, Caitlin loves sticky notes, and so, you know, she'll take a sticky note, she'll color on them, and then she'll stick it somewhere, and so that's something that you can take off. It won't, you know, cause any damage and stuff like that. So that's a really nice thing. I've always gotten a couple books. I like those really thin paper books just because it's easier to pack when you're on a trip. And the other item that we always take with us is her little baby doll. It's a really small baby, it's about this big, and she loves, you know, sitting there. She'll rock the baby and she'll pat the baby, tell us, you know, she's gonna change the baby. So that's really entertaining for her, and it's, again, really small, and so we can take it where we go. The other thing that we're also going to bring on this trip is Play-Doh. This will be her first time with Play-Doh, so we'll see how she interacts with it. But they make these mini size ones which are really nice in the travel. And then she loves dinosaurs, and so they actually have a kit that have little dinosaur stamps and rollers and stuff like that. So I think that'll be something really nice for her to play with. And again, they're just really small, it doesn't make a lot of noise. And what I always do with these toys is I don't let her see the stuff. She has never seen these toys, and so for her, it'll be the first time at it, and I think that'll be really engaging. And part 2 of this tip, I try to keep it in the original wrapper. A lot of kids, they have a lot of fun just opening the actual toy. So whatever I can do to keep them engaged longer, I will, especially on a plane. So that's my tip number 2. Number 3 is to make sure I have lots and lots of snacks. And I always try to have a variety of snacks for them. Things such as her fruit pouches, she really liked those. We always have goldfishes as a staple. I started giving her a little bit animal crackers, although I don't love, you know, letting her have a ton of those just because it is a little bit more sugary and it will stick in her teeth. And being a dentist, you know, we try to avoid some of those things. But I do let her have some of those when we are out and about because she'll love to identify the animal, and then we'll also ask her what sound the animal makes. So it becomes more of an interactive thing and keep her entertained for longer. So yes, always have snacks. Always good because you never know how long it's going to take for you to get, say, off the plane through customs and immigration, or even, you know, just to your hotel. So having snacks is always good just in case they start to get fussy and hungry. Okay. Tip number 4 is hands-free. I'm a firm believer in being hands-free, and it's even been a bigger and more important advantage for me since Caitlin was born. When I'm going through the airport, I don't like anything clunky. I don't like to drag very much. So actually using my hiking backpack is one of my favorite forms of bags to put stuff in when I'm traveling, because I can throw it over my shoulder and I have both hands, and if I need to grab something, I can do so very easily and accessibly. These bags are really nice because it has a nice like waist pouch, so I'll put my phone here, I'll put my ID in here a lot. And the other cool thing with these hiking bags are intended for you to go on long hikes, and so you can actually stack them in a way it's more ergonomic for you. Even when I have a lot of items in it, it'll still be very comfy and balanced so it doesn't hurt my back. Okay, so, and then my last tip, number 5, is to stay calm. For me, at first, I'm very OCD. I try to make sure I have everything that I could possibly need for this trip. And I realize, you know, we shouldn't stress. You're on vacation. It should be a very nice and relaxing time. And so what if you forget something? It's okay. You should always just keep in the mindset that you can always buy the item when you're, there if for some reason you forgot an item. And this kind of goes along with, I hear a lot of stories where items are lost in transit. You're there, but your luggage is not. So one of the things that I always keep in mind is when I'm packing my carry-on, I try to keep things in my bag that I'll need to get me through that day until maybe I can go out and buy some things or until my luggage shows up. So I always have my basic toothbrushes. I have a change of clothes. That's really important. And that way I won't be as stressed when I get there and my luggage is not. So just make sure you have things that you could, be very, very sad if you didn't have it right away. So keep that handy with you. Everything else doesn't matter. You can always get it after you arrive at your destination. So that's my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and make sure you stay around because on my next few videos, I am gonna actually share with you guys our adventure. I'll kind of give you updates, how it went, and of course show you a little bit of Japan. So we'll be spending the next 9 days there, and I hope you guys come back next time when I post those videos. See you later, bye.